Very rural areas, and what China is doing right now, very interesting, is how to take its great success of PISA and many things into the areas which are a bit behind.
Right.
Okay, it's a different political system. They can do it in how to say, more harsh way, which we could do it in a
Right.
democratic system. But I think there are things we can learn from that.
But they don't have much of the vocational model. 'Cause
Vocational model, no, but in the general education there is a lot of good examples, especially how they rotate the best practices, how they use digital means to get the best practices into the very, let's say, behind areas.
I visited some of those, so I know.
think that's what they do great. Singapore,
Unbelievable.
in a very ways, I would say there's a lot to learn from them.
I'd say so too. How about, and I don't mean to be
But definitely,
jokingly here,
yeah.
but I'm not talking about the university system, but what do you think of America's system, K through 12? I mean, high stakes testing, lack of arts, lack of,
I mean, I think where U.S. is doing amazing is certain things what we can take, like how the whole system is able to identify the best brains and how you promote the most talented ones, how the private sector, the universities, the best universities are really attracting to find through the different schemes, I don't know, competitions, so
Right.
the best brains. American-made best brains, international-made best
Okay.
brains, it doesn't matter. I think that's the amazing thing.
but K through 12?
It's,
Because there seems to be a big disconnect between the two.
yes,
as
there
far
is,
as,
yeah. What I found personally different, very, very different, is that I think a lot of kids really start studying in post-high school. Like they do quite a bit of good things in a primary school, but it varies. I mean, U.S. is so diverse. I
Right.
mean, you have excellent examples, you have pretty poor
Right.
examples. So it's very, very difficult to kind of to identify what is. I would say there are very good high schools, but as a general line, I think high school is somewhere where it's pretty weak. But at the same time, on the bachelor's level, kids do a lot of things in a bachelor's what we do already in a high school. So you cannot tell if you graduate from university, you most likely have caught up, but you do it just in a later stage. And then the question if in the teenage years you have to be so comfortable, or you actually can push more, that's maybe the question. But at the same time, you have excellent schools next to it, so it's difficult to say. Maybe there are too many left behind, but I'm not. I cannot generalize. I think it's so diverse because Singapore is a very unique, but it's very particular because it's compact, it's
Right.
small, territory is small.
Right.
They're very similar background, and they're doing. the
but
best.
what do you think about the elimination of the arts and music and home economics in the primary and basically?
No, for Estonia, it's been it's the thing what we do.
Right.
I mean, it's part of.
I think it's important.
Yeah, we do it already in a preschool,
Right.
in a kindergarten level, or which is in Europe called also educational already.
Why do you think it's important?
Because it gives you a possibility to develop your talents in a different ways. For example, there's even a proof how your brain has developed in an early age, that if you do music, you're better in math. If you do art, you're becoming more creative. So the science without arts and music can be in one-sided because your brain just the way it works.
Right.
And there's a lot of studies for that. So what we believe and what is in Estonia in particular is that we want that the art and music teachers are not just the class teachers, meaning that you're not a general teacher, but you are specialized teacher.
Right.
So you know how to teach it in your compassion. So for example, music teachers also in the kindergarten are special music teachers. So it's also the sports is done by the specialists. So
And home economics is part of the compulsory.
Part of the compulsory education.
Yeah. And if I can just get you, what is your name and what is your title?
I'm Mailis Reps and I'm a Minister of Education
Okay.
of Science of Estonia.
Thank you. So what school are we at here today and what is your name and title?
We are in Parnumaa Vocational Education Center, and I'm Teele Luks, and I'm a project manager and also supporting our service department manager also in some issues.
And what town are we in Estonia? What's the name?
We are in Parnu,
Okay.
what is summer capital.
Okay. So a lot of tourists come here.
Yes, lots of tourists.
And how many students are in this school?
We have 1,200.
200. And I'm going to ask you some questions too, so go ahead and chime in. I'm going to get both of you.
And also we have a training department, what means that we are organizing lots of courses for unemployment persons, for some companies who wants to train their employees. So in 1 year we have approximately 2,000 learners in these courses also.
Okay.
So in vocational level we have 1,200 students, but also we do this adult courses and all that.
And they take the same type of classes?
They are taking one part, what knowledge they need, then we are giving this.
And what are the programs they teach here?
We have lots of different programs. Kui palju meil õppekavast on?
Üle 50.
We have approximately 50 different curriculums. So we have a service and hospitality department, where is all curriculums like chefs, waitresses, hotel management, hairdressers, beauticians, business administration, small entrepreneurship, secretary, care worker, all these kind of studies. And also we have technical department, where is car mechanics, carpenters, metalwork, welding, all that. So woodwork, all that.
So a lot.
A lot.
Right here.
Yeah, we have.
And typically the programs are 3 years?
Typically it depends. Do you come after basic school or after high school? So these students who are coming after basic school, they have 3 and 3.5 years studies. And when they come after secondary school or high school, then they study approximately 2 years.
So basic school would be after 9th grade. They start in their first grade at 7 years old. So they're approximately, what, 15 to 16?
Yeah, yes.
And they can start here. And if they live outside of the city, then they could actually live in a dormitory here.
Yes,
also.
we have 18 places in dormitory.
118?
Yeah.
And what is the fee? The school is free, right?
Yes, it's free for
but
students.
The dormitory costs money, is that right?
It costs 60 euros per month.
Per month.
But when they study really good, then they can get this stipendium from government, or our school will.
When they get high grades and that sort of thing.
And then this already pays the this dormitory cost. So when you are really good at your studies, then you can get this too.
I understand there's some programs that you can't start here until you've completed the upper secondary or high school.
These are level 4 or level 5 in EQF level, so European level. So it means that they will get higher. It's not. How I'm saying that. It's not university degree, but it's already they can go to university also.
But my understanding was, for example, the cosmetology.
Yes.
You can't enter the cosmetology school until after high school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why is that?
Isikuteenindus, tähendab, seal peab olema vanus esiteks 18 isikuteeninduse puhul. Ja nii-öelda see on kutsestandard on selline. Keskharidus peab olema enne.
Because our kutsestandard on
the qualification
frame. qualification frame says that you need to be over 18 when you want to study that. And there is also like hairdresser is the same. Like when you need to, when you offer the service for person,
Right.
then it's 18 or more years.
Is same thing for makeup,
Yes, yes.
massage, same thing.
Massage, yeah. Yeah.
But all the other programs you can start.
Also, what we don't offer in basic school level, after basic school level, we don't offer business administration, secretary, small entrepreneurship.
So they have to have the full.
Yeah, they need to finish our school before
Right.
or high school, and
Or
then
high
they
school.
can come to study days.
And how long has this school been here?
siin selles kohas või?
You mean this house?
Yeah, yeah, this whole. Well, they have a new addition,
This
right? But the
campus.
first vocational school, when
Esimene
105
kutsekool.
aastat tagasi.
105 years ago, the first vocational school was in Parnu.
So were vocational schools under Soviet times, were they part of the scheme?
Meil oli 4, we have 4 schools.
We had 4 schools before, 4 different schools, like Sindu Industrial School.
In Soviet times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this model was part of the education system before?
Yes, also,
Okay.
yeah. But then they put this, draw all the counties and then they put vocational schools together.
Okay.
15 aastat tagasi.
15 years ago. 15 years ago, this school was like it is like right now.
You weren't.